the most anticipated earnings releases for the week of February 3rd, 2025. Presented by earningswhispers. If you thought last week was fun, wait until you take a look at what we've got coming this week. It isn't the busiest week of earnings season, but it is the biggest week for the S&P 500, with 129 companies set to report. We will have even more than that among the Russell 2000, but they are just now picking up. Out of all the companies reporting this week, Palantir is at the top of the list of what you are watching. 'Cause that's American-made AI, right there. Palantir reports after the close on Monday. Before the open, we will get Saya. The stock gapped higher after the election and has been faded ever since. But the main question is whether a pickup in activity following the election is putting an end to the long freight recession. The verdict is still out. The trend is your friend until the end, when it bends. That saying will be put to the test in both directions with a couple of tech names on Tuesday. If you missed the Computer Electronics Show in early January, then you missed this long but rather impressive presentation about just how much NVIDIA is kicking AMD's butt. So, to change the trend in AMD's stock, they are going to have a convincing rebuttal, or at least show that the AI pie is growing enough for their little piece to get bigger too. Alphabet is another story, and if anything, we learned from DeepSeek recently that Google may not need as much NVIDIA as we thought. And that may mean better margins as it monetizes AI. On Wednesday morning, we moved to Uber, which tops the list over Disney. The stock retested its August low in December, which might be related to the coming competition from Tesla. But for now, the issue is that after several quarters of mostly solid upside surprises, this quarter looks to be more lackluster. After the close, we'll get results from Qualcomm. The semiconductor industry is clearly one of haves and have-nots, but Qualcomm is somehow in between. It is still more positive than negative, and the edge is to the upside as AI moves to the edge. But there is probably no reason to get in until it can show it can get back above $175. Amazon reports after the close on Thursday. This is the latest the company has ever reported earnings, so that can be a warning. But really, remember what I just said about Alphabet? Yeah, that. Earlier that day, we'll get Eli Lilly, and yeah, maybe it won't be the best quarter, but they've got GLP-1, so it can't be that bad, can it? Most of the interest on Friday morning is in Canopy Growth, which continues to see its fundamentals and its stock price trend lower. Meanwhile, Plains All-American Pipeline just broke out above $19, and estimates were revised higher ahead of the news. So look to see if we can get a retest that holds. There will be more volatile names reporting after this week, but there are still a lot of double-digit moves expected this week. The standout is Lantronix, which has averaged roughly a 20% move on earnings in recent quarters, and option traders are betting on a move more than double that. Over the past year, the price of control is that $4 line, and after gapping well below that level last quarter, the stock has recovered right back into the $4 range. It sure looks like there are buyers below $4. Looking at the calendar for the next month, most of the large cap names have scheduled their earnings releases, but most of the small caps aren't on here yet. Still, the calendar is filling up, and with fourth quarter earnings season getting stretched, it will continue to fill out all the way through March.
Shh.